And welcome everybody to our final webinar for 2016, Recorders Made Easy and Fun. And I know you're as excited as me about the recorder. I hope you are. And I hope you have one with you. If not, then I hope you do get one and you try everything out that we're going to do tonight. Okay, so the whole, the basis of tonight is based on no prior knowledge. So I'm going to presume that you don't know how to play, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to play 7 notes, and with a little bit of practice, how you can play hundreds and hundreds of songs to your darling children in your classrooms. Okay, so let's get started. So the goals for tonight, we're going to play 7 easy notes. We're going to look at good playing technique on the recorder, so good posture, breathing and tonguing, just very briefly. Understanding a little bit of history and significance of the recorder, how to use the recorder. This is most important in the early childhood setting for children up to 8, so in the preschool and early years of school, and to enjoy a range of original and traditional pieces for young children. So I hope that sounds exciting. All right, so an introduction to the recorder. Why would we use this bit of plastic here? And let me just give you a little bit of background about the recorder. So it was actually widely played from the medieval times. It was very popular in the 16th and 17th centuries. Okay, so many of you would have heard early music played by a recorder consort, for example, and you can get many different sizes of the recorder. I've just got my little sopranino. Okay, this is the one we're going to use. This is the descant, or the soprano, as it's called over in America. Sopranino, you can then get an alto or a treble, which is even bigger than the descant, and then you have a bass recorder, and there's many other. There's even a smaller one than the sopranino. So there's quite a few different sizes. So some of you may have heard and seen recorder consorts, and this originates from the 16th and 17th century. It then became almost redundant in the mid-18th century as flute, oboe and clarinet replaced it. Now they're obviously very different instruments to the recorder. It was then revived in the early 20th century in the pursuit of early music, as well as appealing to amateur musicians due to its simplicity. And that's the key word here, simplicity. So around 1940, a plastic instrument was produced with a low price point that began appearing in school settings. And many of you will be familiar with Carl Orff. And Carl Orff was a music educator and composer in Germany, and he actually experimented with the recorder, and it became very popular through the Orff approach, or the Orff method, as some people call it. So a German system of fingering was developed that allowed for simpler fingering. However, in Australia and around the world, the standard system of fingering is what we call the English or Baroque system. So there's not a lot of difference, but we're going to focus on that system, and we're going to have a look at how we can play the descant recorder. Okay, so you can see here on this slide, it's simple, it's inexpensive. So one of the really good brands that I recommend is Yamaha. This is my recorder in my hand. It's a Yamaha recorder. It's anywhere between, depending on where you are, 10 to 15, that's Aussie dollars, something like that. And it comes with a little cleaner, little cloth and a little bag. It's inclusive. It's easy to play. It's easy for you to play. And when children are older, and I would recommend from 7 or 8 plus for children to learn, it's nice and inclusive and easy for them to play. But the focus for tonight is for you as the educator to play in your classroom. Okay. So there we have a picture of me in a preschool centre, and there are so many uses for the recorder. So after you've learnt your 7 or so notes on the recorder and you can play a number of different songs, you can use the recorder as a way for the children to listen So they develop their listening skills. You can play listening games. You can ask the children to sing when you play the recorder. You can improvise on the recorder while they move, while they dance, while they play instruments. So there's many different uses for the recorder. And we're going to come to that very shortly. But first, let's have a look at the technique. Recorder technique is very important. So for a start, we are going to always take our left hand and use it at the top of the recorder. We're going to start with learning some notes with the left hand, and then the right hand deals with the notes at the bottom of the recorder. Now, it's important to have a good posture. So we're not bending, we haven't got sort of legs crossed. It's important to have a nice straight back and be really nice and relaxed, just like any instrument. So when you play any instrument, a posture is crucial. And any wind instrument, breathing is crucial. So we need to have really good breath control. And there's a number of different exercises and so on that we can do. And then tonguing is the way that we actually blow into the recorder. So if you have your recorder with you, we're going to do a quick little game. And when I'm teaching the kids, this is what I do with them. So this is a recorder. It's actually in 3 parts. There's a part here, a joint here, and we can take that off, that joint at the top. And I just want you to do that. And we can actually just experiment so we get our breathing together, we get the tonguing, the right kind of sounds. So we're just going to make some different sounds. So we're just exploring, we're just experimenting, we're just blowing any way that you like. And, you know, it's fun when I'm teaching the older children. We sometimes go to the jungle and we become jungle animals, or we become different birds, and we can experiment with all kinds of different sounds. And we also experiment playing softly, loudly, fast, slow. So really exploring and experimenting. Now, once we've done that, you can put the top joint back on. And just turn it around, or we're just going to have a quick look. You can see there's a hole at the back there, okay, and that's called the thumb hole. And then there's lots of holes down here to this little third joint of the recorder here. Okay, so when we play, we're actually going to make this kind of sound. So I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to put it on the thumb hole at the back. And the idea is to really firmly cover the holes, firmly cover the entire hole. And then with your left hand, we're going to take the index finger and we're going to cover the very top hole like this. That's called a B, okay? Firmly hold the fingers over those holes, and we're going to make a toot, 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 rather than which, of course, when you first teach children, they blow really hard and you get this kind of sound. Okay, you've all heard those sounds. I'm sure you've all heard those sounds. So we're going to blow very gently and just make a doo, doo. So just play with me. We're going to play the B together. And of course, after tonight's seminar, or webinar rather than seminar, it's really important, spend maybe 3 or 4 times a week, 5 to 7 minutes, even in front of the telly, and just play, because that's when you're going to really improve your skills on the recorder. Take your next finger, middle finger, and we're going to cover the next hole down, and that's called an A. So again, play with me. Remember, doo, doo, just make a doo, doo. We can alternate between the B and the A. The third note that we're going to learn is G. So we put our ring finger down on the third hole. Now, if you're an absolute beginner, the biggest challenge will be to cover, make sure you're covering all those holes. If you don't cover all the holes, and some of them, I'll try and do this for you, you get that kind of a sound. So you'll know if you're not covering the holes completely. Okay, you've got to firmly cover the holes, and that's G. So our first 3 notes are B-A-G, bag. I'm going to play a song that you'll all recognise, our very first song, Hot Cross Buns. So I've got B, A, G, B, A, G, B, A, G, 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 A, B, A, G. Play it with me, off we go. Play it with me while I sing it this time. B, A, G, B, A, G, 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 A, B, A, G. So we have lots of songs with maybe only 3 notes or even 2 notes. So we're going to have a look at the fingering and how you can read the fingering. So you can see with the G on the screen, you've got some holes that are coloured in. So they're the fingers for those 3 top holes. The one on the right-hand side is the thumb hole, and the empty circles are the other holes that aren't covered at all. Okay, so that's where you can work out G, A, and B. We are going to have low E and D in a moment. We'll come back to that. Here's another song with just those 3 notes. It goes like this. I'm going to sing the words. Play on the recorder, play it high or low. Play on the recorder, let's all have a go. Now, while I sang, I actually put my fingers on the recorder. I'd like you to do it with me. Hopefully you've got your recorders. Okay, we start on a B. In fact, I'll sing the letter names and you put your fingers on the recorder, but just put your fingers on first and then you can play. B, B, A, G, G, B, B, A, G, B, B, A, G, G, A, G, A, B, G. Play it with me. Off we go. And B, B, A, G, G, B, B, A, G, B, B, A, G, G, A, G, A, B, G. Now, if you've never read music before, you can see that the highest note, B, is the highest note on the 5 lines. It's actually the middle line, okay? And as we go down in pitch, so does the notes. So we have a B and then an A, and then on the second line is a G, okay? Now, after we play the melody, you're going to do some improvising. You can play anything you like using B, A, and G, just to get the hang of those 3 notes. Let's play it together. Ready? Improvise. Now, why improvise? I hear some of you ask. The reason is you can be playing this song. I'm playing on the recorder, playing high, low, and so on. And then as soon as you start improvising, that's the children's cue to dance, to move, maybe to play their instruments. So this is a fabulous tool because it can do that. It can provide those opportunities for you to play music for your children to respond to. Okay, we're going to keep moving because I've got lots more songs for you today. Let's have a look at how to use the recorder in the early childhood setting. So, just to reiterate what I've already said, Students can listen to the recorder. You can play listening games, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Students can sing with you. There's many simple 2 up to 5 note songs, many simple songs that you can play in the early childhood setting. Students can move and play percussion instruments to the recorder melody that you play and your improvisation that you can play. So let's do some more songs. Here's one that I'm sure many of you will know, Starlight Starbright, and I've even brought along my star. So I would teach this very simple 2-note song to the children. Starlight, starbright, first star I see tonight. Wish I may, wish I might, have the wish I wish tonight. Now, did you see? I'm going up and down deliberately to show the children when I'm singing high and when I'm singing low. Okay, so they're really being able to learn to distinguish between high and low. And then there's a little game. How many wishes can you make? And then you can play that to the children, and the children might then get an instrument. They might all have maracas, and they will show you how many wishes they want to make. Have a listen. 4, and then you can play 4 times on your recorder any of those 2 notes or any of the notes that we're going to be learning today. So a little game for the children. Let's play it now. We're using G, and we're going to learn a new note. So we're going to take our right hand, and we're going to put our index finger, cover the next hole with our index finger, and then the next hole with our middle finger. So you've got all of those holes covered. That's E. That's low E. We're only going to be playing 2 notes, G, E. Did you see how I was just able to just lift up my hand? Now, can you see my right thumb is supporting the bottom half of the recorder, and all I'm doing is just lifting up, and I keep my G down all the time. Play it with me. G down to E. Make sure you firmly cover every hole. Ready. And then I can play to the children. How many wishes can you make? All on G. And so then you've got little Johnny, who has his tambourine. Let's see if we can all play 5 wishes. So I can literally just use the same notes, G and E, to improvise the wishes. If it's 4 wishes, 5 wishes, 8 wishes, whatever it is, and I can play. But then I can play the game, and the children have to listen to me, because I'm going to have a go now. So how many wishes can I make? Can you guess? I think there were 10. Okay, so that's where we can play listening games with the children. This is so good for their development, to build their listening skills. Research all around the world has shown us that children who have heightened listening skills achieve higher results in all subjects when they get to school compared to children who haven't got those heightened listening skills. So music is fundamental. It's absolutely fundamental. All right, let's keep going. Oh, just before I do, you can see I've got a couple of other songs here. Now, I've put the wonderful resource Catch a Song, And I've referred to this in many of our webinars over the months. And some mother two-note songs, Bee, Bee, Bumblebee. Also using the G and E. Bee, bee, bumblebee, can you sing your name to me? And then you've got Julie sitting in front of you. My name is Julie. And then you play it again. Everybody sings, and then all the children can have a turn and sing their names. Rain, Rain, Go Away. You all know that one. That's a two-note song. Okay, here's a lovely singing game, Lucy Locket. So I get a ribbon and choose a child to go skipping around the back of the circle with the ribbon. Lucy Locket lost her pocket, Kitty Fisher found it. Not a penny was there in it, only ribbon round it. So we can sing that, of course, a few times. The child that is skipping around the back of the circle puts the ribbon behind someone's back, and then they can sing, who has the ribbon? So, Stephen, I have the ribbon. And then you might even play some improvisation on your recorder. And that means that it's now time for Stephen to skip around the back of the circle. And after you've sung it a few times, you can play along while the children sing with you. So we have three notes this time. We have our G, we have our A, and then back to our E with our right hand. We're going to do it slowly. We're going to do it all together. Ready. And there we have it. So we have another game, singing game to do. All right, we're whizzing through these. Many of you will know round and round the garden like a teddy bear. One step, two step, and a tickly under there. So there's our teddy bear. We've got a couple of teddy bear songs. So we sing the song first, we do some tickling, we have a lot of fun with that. And then maybe 2 or 3 weeks down the track, you can play the piece for the children. Now, we've got G, A, and E. Now, E, a low C. I'm going to show it to you, but it's not a note if you're an absolute beginner. So, we've got E. When you put your ring finger down, that's D. And then you've got 2 little holes at the bottom of the recorder, and you've got to cover both with your little pinky. That's not easy. You need a little bit of practice, but it's not the brief tonight to learn the C. There's a little C there at the end of the song. So I'm going to suggest there's lots of songs that might finish with that little C, and just sing it at the very end, which is what we're going to do, okay? But just in case you already can play some notes, that's how you play the C. All right, so round and round the garden, we're starting with the G. There. Okay, now if you're playing a listening game, you only need to play the first half of the song anyway. So after a few weeks of doing a few songs, I'll play a couple of different songs for the children. And I might even put the star in front of them, the teddy bear in front of them, Lucy Locket's ribbon in front of them. And girls and boys, can you find your listening ears? Are you ready to listen, everybody? I tell them Make sure you don't call out if you think you know what the answer is. Put a big smile on your face. So we always talk about smiles, how important it is, and I sing the instructions to them. So here we go. Let's see if you can work out which one and so on. So I would play one of the songs for them, and it's great for their listening skills. Okay, we've got another teddy bear song. Teddy bear, turn around. Now, the same with this song. We've got G, we've got E, we've got the A, G, A, G, down to the E, and then it does for the very last note, the C, the low C. But again, you can just sing it. So we're going to just put our fingers on the recorder. Teddy bear, turn around. Teddy bear, touch the ground. Now, that's the first time we're doing a D together. So we put our ring finger there. Teddy bear, show your shoe. Teddy bear, that will do. Now, that's the low C, okay? So you don't need to do that for now. Let's play it together. Here we go. Or that will do. Okay, let's just see how we're going for time. All right. Copycat. This is a copycat song. Copycat, what can you do? Copycat, let's copy you. There's that C again, but again, let's copy you. You can leave that C off. And so on. All right, now here's a song that was recorded on our album Beat Street, and it's a dance. It's only 5 notes, and they're the easiest notes to play on the recorder. They are, we've learned B, A, G, low E, and low D. If you play nothing else, you can play just those 5 notes. So this is Move with the Motion. I'm going to sing it for you first. Stepping in and stepping out, wriggle round and round. So it's a dance. Wave your hands in the air. Now let's turn around. Move with the motion, off you go. Zip bap bobbity boo. You make up something. Move with the motion, let it show. Zip bap, that'll do. So that section, the children are improvising movements. So you can actually accompany them with the recorder. So they all play together first. Now we've got a recording of this, and you could actually play with the recording, which would be absolutely super duper fantastic. I know I did that a bit fast, but that's something that you can work on, okay? So that's a piece. So I wanted to put lots and lots of pieces in here for you to practice over the Christmas period. What better time to do it over the Christmas period? All right, so how to use the recorder in the early childhood setting. Again, we can get the children to listen. We can play listening games, so we've talked about that, and we can get the children to sing with the recorder. And here we have a class of educators learning how to play. There we go. There's the fingering now. I'm going to show you 2 more notes. So I talked about 7 notes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got bag at the top. With our right hand, we've got ed. So that's bag ed. Okay. And then we're going to learn C, high C. Okay, so there's A. So make an A and then take the index finger off. That is high C. And then high D, you simply take the thumb off, and it's just with that middle finger. And remember, lovely tonguing. Two, 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 two. Okay, the low C is there if anyone is going to do that one. So now we come back to Starlight Starbright. We can do it, we can play it in different keys. And this is a beautiful key to play to really get those children's singing voice nice and high. So here's Starlight Starbright with C and A. Got the thumb on the thumb hole. There's C and then A. And again, you can play the game, how many wishes can you make? And the children can play you their wishes. You can also do teddy bear, in the key of F. Okay, now I'm going to do some improvisation. So I've just changed the words a little bit so we can improvise and the children can either play or move while you're improvising on the recorder. You could literally just play the notes of C and A. If you wanted to, you can add the G. So, teddy bear, playing now. Teddy bear, show us how. Teddy bear, improvise. Teddy bear, have a try. That's an F. I'm not going to show you the F today. So I'm going to improvise using C, A. If I want to, I can use the D as well, take the thumb off the thumb hole, and if I want to, I can do G, okay? Do some improvising with me and play, if you can, the melody with me as well. Here we go. And... do for the F. Are you ready to improvise? Here we go. And then you can play again. And the children can dance and play instruments while you do that. Fungralafia, many of you will know this. It's got the low C. I'll let you work on that one. That can be over your Christmas period practice. Pease, porridge, hot. Some of you will know that one. Pease, porridge, hot. And how to use the recorder in the early childhood setting. So remember, children can listen, children can sing while you're playing the recorder, and really exciting, you can get the children to move, you can get them to play instruments while you are improvising, and while you are playing, you can play slowly, you can play fast, you can play softly, you can play loudly. So let's have a look at our very last song, Play and Stop. Well, we play and we play and we play and we stop. Okay? Sorry. And you can stop for different periods of time. Then, of course, you can improvise while they are playing their instruments. Now, there's something called a pentatonic scale, and we're in the key of G. So the notes in the pentatonic scale are B, B, A, G, low E and low D, and of course you can also use high D. So you can improvise using any of those notes, or as little or as many as you like. As well as singing, well, we play and we play, well, we walk and we walk, well, we jump and we jump. The children can think about different kinds of movements that they can make. Well, we skip, well, we slide, all of those kinds of things, and we can play the same melody and do some lovely improvisation. So how about that? So here we have a list of different songs that we've even just done tonight. So Copycat, Action Song, Starlight Starbright. Apple Tree is one that I've mentioned. I don't know whether I played that to you. Apple tree, will your apple fall on me? I won't scream and I won't shout if your apple knocks me out. It's got a low C, but I wouldn't worry. And again, it's one of those songs that just has the low C at the very end. These songs, many of these songs are in Catch a Song. Some of them are our original songs, and most others are in Catch a Song. So we've got Starlight, Starbright, Apple Tree, Round and Round the Garden, Teddy Bear, Lucy Locket, Rain, Rain, BB, Pease, Porridge, Hot, Hot Cross Buns, Walk and Stop. Some of our Welcome to Music songs, Copycat, Umbaleo is another one that's easy to play with those few notes, the Space Song. There's a Goodbye Song that we can play just using the notes we've learned today, and Sing, Jam and Jive. Multicultural songs, Fungalafia from Africa, West African. A beautiful Aboriginal lullaby, Mama Warano. We've recorded those too. A Play and Stop, Walk and Stop.